So Ray Comfort has a new movie out called Noah, which has chalked up over 1 million hits. And it looks like Ray is joining the End of the World is Nigh club.
While respected Bible scholars may disagree on the timing of some of these signs, they all agree on one thing, that Jesus Christ is coming again.
And then God said to me, "You are Messiah."
My name's Alan John Miller, but I'm actually Jesus.
I remember all of the events of my crucifixion.
Certainly by no instruction from me, 2 witnesses, these 2, left their families, and it wasn't at my instruction or behest. It just occurred.
It's sworn in the Bible that it will occur. It will end, and so we have our heart set on that, on the promise that we were given, that this will happen.
So you're looking forward to that time?
Yes, with all my heart.
In other words, the things that happened in Noah's day will be similar to the things that are going to happen during the time referred to in the Bible as the end of the age.
We're at a point now where we are so certain that this will happen that we are ready to, travel 18 hours, leave our jobs, whatever. We know.
In a moment, you're going to see clearly that the end of the age is happening now.
Seems that Ray thinks that there are prophecies in the Bible that are going to foreshadow the end times, like, for instance, the moon shall turn red as blood.
Here are 10 major biblical signs for which we are to look.
The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood.
I'm a skeptic, so, I like to believe, but I'm also a skeptic that believes also. So it could. I mean, you always see the moon change to different colors, obviously. It could turn to red.
In just over an hour, the full moon will turn a deep red for most of the planet.
Curiously, the words that Ray never mentions here are the words total lunar eclipse. It's kind of an important detail. And to show that we're living in the end times, Ray includes these incredibly useful interviews with people who obviously don't know that the Earth has a shadow and that the moon can move into that shadow. Or for that matter, that eclipses have been happening for the entire history of the Earth and moon.
Actually, I've seen the moon turn red before, and it has worried me. I was like, what is this? What does it mean?
Freak you out?
It did freak me out.
In a moment, you're going to see clearly that the end of the age is happening now. How would you react if you saw the moon was red, blood red tonight?
I would be worried.
You'd be worried?
Yes, I would.
Why?
In my physical condition, I would think, well, goodness gracious, there's something wrong. I think I need to run and hide and get underneath a rock.
And apparently, he's managed to find people who don't seem to realize that the moon going into the Earth's shadow means that only light refracted through the Earth's atmosphere is going to get to the moon. The moon going red during a lunar eclipse is no more mysterious than the sky going red at sunrise, because it happens for exactly the same reason. That is, the biblical prophecy is quite literally as stupid as saying the signs that we're living in the end times is the sky will go red at sunrise and sunset.
The second sign we're looking at is found in Matthew chapter 24.
And there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places.
It takes a special brand of idiot to take something that has always been true and call it a prophecy, and then have people go, as if that's some sort of great divine wisdom. Look, let me show that I'm a prophet in that I prophesize that next year will start in early January, and that circles will be almost entirely round, and that someone driving a red car will forget their house keys. Seriously, these prophecies are by Jesus himself in the Bible, the supposed Son of God, and they're just so pathetically vague. I mean, where will these wars and earthquakes be?
And earthquakes in various places.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm convinced.
Wow, earthquakes in various places. I mean, I can make better prophecies than God on this one. It's not just that there will be earthquakes in various places, they will be in specific places where there is tectonic movement, and they will continue as long as the tectonic movement continues. Seriously, did I just come out with far more accurate prophecies than the Son of God did in the Bible? Yeah, that should probably be a warning sign if someone can randomly make predictions off the top of their head that are more accurate and insightful than the God of the Bible. As in, maybe it wasn't a God in the Bible, but just some crazy cult leader.
Tonight, we'll take you inside the Messiah's isolated Queensland compound, where he's preparing his followers, including children, for the apocalyptic end of the world.
My first memories were having nails driven through my feet, and those memories began when I was just over 2 years of age.
Is it true that your mother tried to commit you to a psychiatric ward?
Yes, it is true. Yeah, and so, and these are things that I knew would occur. My mum and dad in the first century followed me around, telling everybody I was crazy for most of my ministry.
But I wonder if there's another totally convincing way to convince people that the Bible is true. Hey, I know there's water on the earth, and the Bible says there was a flood of water. So the fact that there are oceans is a compelling reason why the Bible must be true, right?
The world is covered with water. Water doesn't dissipate. You know, that's what nature says. Evaporates, comes down, evaporates, comes down. Always stays the same. So if there's a worldwide flood, water should still be hanging around somewhere. Do you think 70% of the earth being covered in water is a good clue that there was a worldwide flood?
Oh, whoa. He makes a good point. That's an excellent point, actually.
No! No!
No! Oh, whoa. He makes a good point. That's an excellent point, actually.
No! 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 No!
Yeah, I mean, it's clear. I have a raging clue that possibly that's an excellent point. Maybe it is a realization that the existence of a clue of a flood.
No, it's not. It really isn't. I mean, firstly, if you're going to state that water can't go anywhere, then wouldn't the expectation be that if the earth was completely flooded, then it would still be completely flooded? I mean, after all, the water can't go anywhere.
The world is covered with water. Water doesn't dissipate. You know, that's what nature says. Evaporates, comes down, evaporates, comes down. Always stays the same. So if there's a worldwide flood, water should still be hanging around somewhere.
Secondly, water is one of the most common molecules in the universe. The stuff is everywhere. I mean, most of the outer moons are made mostly of water. Take, for instance, Europa, where there's a 100% covering of water, mostly as ice, but probably with large oceans under the surface. Well, I guess that's just good evidence that God flooded Europa too, right?
Oh, whoa. He makes a good point. That's an excellent point, actually.
But let me just leave Ray Comfort with the words of wisdom of another man who claimed to be a modern-day Noah.
Well, you're a modern-day Noah.
Just giving everyone his words of wisdom of his interpretation of these ominous biblical signs, things that no man could explain, like how ominous it is that the sky goes red at sunrise and sunset.
Apocalypse is scheduled for Saturday.
The rapture is coming May 21st.
The Bible guarantees it.
Wake up, judgment is coming May 21. A week away, 6 days more, 5 days. 4 days. 3-2 Monday.
If people want me to apologize, I can apologize. Yes, I did not have all of that worked out as accurately as I should have, or I wish I could have had it. That doesn't bother me at all, because I'm not a genius, and I pray all the time for wisdom.